Do you like fun? How's everyone doing today? Chop, what is going on, man? You had that comment in, man. I was still like setting stuff up. I loved it, man. That was so cool to see. I gotta say, that stuff makes a person like me smile, and I appreciate that. Early on a Friday for me, I get a feeling it's a little more into your Friday. I hope you're having a great one. What is going on? Il, how you doing, man? Hilgen Dwarf, how you doing? Yeah, we'll let's do some BG friendlies. Let's practice this invade meta. There's one rule though. There's a couple rules, right? One is you cannot ban my Mr. Knight, and you cannot ban my J. Jonah Jameson. Having a lot of fun with these two characters. Want to get better at them. I don't think either of them's like phenomenal for the meta though, so it's not unfair. And then if someone is a channel member or they donate, I'm gonna let them move up in the line a little bit. All right, but I got a whole yellow legal pad right here. Can you guys see it? Look at this stuff. We keep it old school around here. I'm gonna write it down with a pen. I'm gonna write it down with a pen, and we will keep notes. We'll do a little bit of the monthly EQ while we just wait for folks to kind of fill on in. If you want to do a Battlegrounds friendly, you let me know. I would be happy to do that with you. Have some fun. Sure, Adam, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for being here on the Twitch side. Welcome everyone there on Twitch as well as YouTube. Let's have a good time, dude. Let's have a good time. Like I said, just hit me up in the chat. Let me know you want to do a friendly. I guess if we're already friends, you can't send one. You can do it. It is allowed. How y'all doing, man? Let's talk a little NFL football. We got the playoffs going on. You might not know this, but I am a bit of an Eagles fan. But I am also aware there's a variety of other games being played this weekend. Having a few friends over. I found a couple buddies who are not, basically they're not from San Francisco. They're not from the Bay Area. So we'll be watching the game together. I'll be hosting. I'm making my famous carnitas. Gonna make some crunchy tacos out of that. And my wings, man. I make a nice wing. They're actually baked. They are not fried, for those of you who are interested. I'm up getting beaten by BGs. All right, dude. Shirt Adam, send me a friend request, dude, and I will go and I'll wait for a few people to do that. Send me a friend request, and I'll wait for a few people to do it so I can just kind of mass accept them, and we'll start with the friendlies. I see too. You love to get, dude. It doesn't matter. So just to be clear, let's test stuff out. Dude, and let's have fun. I mean, that's what friendly BGs are supposed to be for, right? I'm open, willing, and available. All right, Crazy Canuck, let's do it. I'll put you at third on the list. And this is interesting. This question's getting tougher and tougher on like who to awaken and rank up and all that stuff because there's so much nuance to it. Serpent worth rank 4 without the dupe. Yeah, basically Hilgendorf is, I think, covered the answer really well. Is like I would. You know, especially I'm going to get a sense of your account there, where you're at. Yeah, I would still do it because I think he's really good. He's really good in questing and attack and things like that as well. The dupe, you know, is a big deal for his defensive value, obviously. So the higher up in Battlegrounds you're wanting to go, the dupe and the high sig will help you out significantly as time goes on. But, you know, he's one of these champions, right, in Battlegrounds where there are hard counters now. They're hard counters depending on the meta and things like that. So yeah, I would do it. I think he's that good. I don't remember at all what this node set is. I think at some point last night I started doing this just like mindlessly. I was watching Grass's Mr. Knight video, trying to get a little bit better at it myself. He's Mr. Knight, and I can see why he had such a poor reception when he first came in the game. He's got like so many moving parts. He has different like you know, like the light proficiency and the injury. And then like, I can't even think the thing he calls when you get enough of them up and it causes them to heavy more. Like he's got so many like new terms, different things that you feel like you have to get going. But I think it was either TC or like, and you know what? One day I'm just gonna have to say like, how do you pronounce your name? Cause I realize I don't know. It's like Saiyan Jim, I believe. Wrote like you really just want to emphasize keeping the light proficiency up. So once you get that down and you understand like how to do it with him, you're going to be good. The reason why I don't think he's going to be great in this invade meta is it is going to involve punishing heavy attacks and specials. Well, the way to get champs to throw heavy is to hold block, and in an invade meta, that's probably not going to go well for you. So we'll see. We'll find out. Trying to decide which relic to rank 5. I know Iron Fist is a popular one. Any other recommendations for you? Maybe Thor. I love Thor. So for Hulkling, so I think it was Legacy who said he liked Gamora for Hulkling. Obviously, Lags knows a lot of what he's talking about, so that's good because that means there's more than one option. Thor Relic is so in high demand for Cosmics. That being said, I would throw it on Hulkling in a heartbeat. With Hulkling, you're really wanting to take advantage of when you get up those Furies. And that's what the Thor Relics is all about. Really look through it. And it's like, you get the Furies, you do like literally just do more damage. Like it's pretty Thor-like. It's simple and it does a lot at the same time. Good afternoon from the East Coast. What's up, dude? You're getting into lunchtime. You are into afternoon. I went to Catholic school for grades 6, 7, 8, I think. Yeah, I think so. Early 7 and 8. And my teacher she was big on that stuff. She was not a nun, but she was huge on that. She'd be like, you'd say, "Oh, good morning." She's like, "It's 11:01. It is now afternoon." And as a result, I know that like afternoon goes till 5:59. At 6 o'clock, it is now evening. And so you say good evening. Gamora, the best for him, graphical data supports. Graphical data! Oh my God, I need to see the graphical data. Who inputted the data? You can make stats say anything you want, Spidey Sense. And I know you're trying to be helpful. I just like to have a good time. You let me know. You let me see that graph. I want to see it. I want to know who inputted that data. And then I'm going to tell you, I don't need a graphic. My gut and my experience tells me it is Thor. I do really like the Scarlet Witch Relic, and it's great for characters like Kushal and Doctor Strange. That's true. Oh yeah, I didn't even answer the question. To fully answer. Oh, that was doing the daily quest. No wonder it was like so stupidly easy. All right, let's go ahead and do some of these BGs. The Iron Fist Relic is phenomenal. It's great for Peter Parker. So that's the other thing is Iron Fist Relic is phenomenal for America Chavez, Absorbing Man, and Peter Parker. So there are a lot of very good mystics that you could use it with. That's the other reason why I default to Thor with the Thor when it comes to relics. If you're just like picking one, because it just benefits so many in the class. Except in the winter when evening begins at 4. Well, see, now you're talking about, that's the difference between like the technicality of something and the spirit of something. Much like the graphical data for Gamora. At some point, you just got to ignore the data and you got to go with what you know works. I might actually be better to run the Hulkling Organ himself this meta with the invade. See, you challenge the graphical data and all of a sudden it starts to be like, well, maybe you're not wrong. All right, what did we have here? We got Shredadam, Eatlil, and Crazy Canuck. Crazy Canuck and I should already be friends. There we go. And Eatlil, man, if your in-game account is a different name or we're already friends, I'm gonna need you to let me know. I'm gonna need you to let me know. King Killa. Oh, I played King Killa last night in BGs. That was fun. I played like 3 or 4, and then I was like, I'm falling asleep. I need to stop. I think it was even against them. I was so excited because I had a matchup already in mind. I wanted to test it, see if I could get a good a clip for a video, and then I placed the champion on defense. I was like, okay, it's time to go. I said Shredadam could go first, so let's go ahead and do that. I see Hilgendorf up there, so that'll be fun too. Making my notes. Shredadam, if you're available, dude, just send the invite. I really want Doctor Strange. Hadn't thought of the combo. Not a bad shout. Oh, with the Scarlet Witch Relic? Yeah. I think he's really good, man. It sounds like you're already pretty hyped on him, which is awesome. It's going to take a while, I think, to learn to use him really well. We talk about that a lot on like the tier list videos and things of like rank the champion you like, not only because it's a game and it should be fun. Additionally, it's highly unlikely that you like a crappy champion. Like that's if you like a crappy champion, that just means you're like really good at the game and you're doing great stuff. So cool, more power to you. Or you're playing at a low enough level or low enough level that it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, you're making it through Act 4, man. That's really good for you. I hope you're having a good time. Or if you're playing at a high level, when the stuff gets difficult, like a Battlegrounds or Coliseum or whatever, you're gonna know how to play them. You're gonna know how to play them better. And so that's there's a lot of actual practical reasons to rank up the champions you enjoy. I can't log into the game right now. I'll send you a friend request. All right, sounds good, Elo. You just hit me up when you're ready, man. No worries. One sec. Yeah, take your time, Adam. Don't worry about it. Birds fan here. Let's go. Let's go, Zach. Let's go. Let's go. Xangelos, what's up, buddy? Thank you so much for being here. What time do BG rewards drop? Dude, I don't know. They drop when they drop. They're on kabam time. You ever go on like vacation to a tropical area and it's like you're on island time now. We're all playing on kabam time. All right. Let's try to focus up a little bit here. See if we can get something fun to happen. See if we can have something fun happen. I would like that. I like fun. I'm a big fan of fun. Hateful Eight. I often match people in your alliance, I believe. There's a chance it's a different alliance and stuff. All right, let's look through this. Oh, and if there's like specific champions, you're like, hey, please don't ban them. You all got to let me know. Okay. You got to let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably just go towards the bottom of your roster and ban more down there. But with not all of us, but with many people having full decks of rank 4s, going to the bottom of the roster doesn't mean as much as it used to be. And NFL and MCoC, my kind of stream, you got that right, man. Thanks so much for being here. Ban away. All right. Boss Condu. All right, I'll get you down on there, buddy. I got you down on the list. Oh, and Shred Adam's even on the Twitch side. Thank you. I appreciate that as we grow that audience. That dude, for those of you who are familiar with Twitch, if you could like help me out with this, because I'm now trying to grow the channel on Twitch as well. I'll pull it up or whatever, and I'll watch it. Like again, I'll watch Pepe or like Lefty's really very entertaining. Dread's on there, and Misty, like Legacy's on there now too. I'm sure there's more. I don't know how to find people as easily on Twitch, to be honest. But one thing that's been really weird is I'll be like, oh wow, this person has like 500 people watching them right now. This is what I've never even heard of this channel. What is this? I'll click on it. It's like it's an arena stream or worse, it's just literally like an AFK. Like they're not there. I was like, oh well, maybe they just don't have a be right back screen or whatever. Like no harm done, no harm, no foul, right? Like that's okay. We all have to take breaks sometimes. Thank you very much, Quicksilver. I appreciate that. That's a big deal. I'm learning that's a big deal. Like it's funny to be at that point again on Twitch to like the growing of it. It's to get monetized even, I believe. Like there's all these requirements I have to hit, which I think I just have to stream a few more times and that'll happen. So that's good. But what's been really interesting is is that real? Like what is going on? Like what is going on where is it people who just want the drops, but they don't actually want to watch anything? So they're like, if you guys have any rational explanation for it, let me know. See, is that why the subscribe button isn't available? I would assume so, because that's one of the differences between Twitch and YouTube is their terminology. My understanding is subscribe on Twitch means like it's similar to like YouTube's memberships. Capshaw. So like if you look at just general Marvel Contest of Champions, like that's what Twitch tends to show me right away. There are channels that have like hundreds of people watching them that are just like an AFK screen. Like it's just a static screen. There's nothing. Ooh, you got me on this one. Probably not going to win. Mushi, what's up? That's exactly what I am. What are you? If you could explain that to me. They're doing it for the drops, but yeah, I mean, okay. I was wondering if I would get credit for the stun, even though it didn't land. It makes sense that you don't. It's not block a hit. The auto block still, yeah. This is what I was talking about, or one of the things I talk about, where if you know how to play a champion better, you're gonna have better results. Like, you don't have to think as much, you know? It's not going to do much damage. It actually did more than I thought. I was surprised to see I got 6 armor ups up already. I guess I don't need to watch your JJJ. You know, it might be a bit anticlimactic. Yeah, but Hildendorf's right. You could still watch it for fun. Oh yeah, if there are hundreds watching Slayer Rank 4 already, love it. Yeah, dude, we had fun. We had fun on the stream. That's like what the testing streams are going to be for. Test them out. If I pull the champion, unless I just don't have the resources, if it's like a first edition cool champion, I'm going to rank them up. Looks like I'm going to lose. Looks like I'm going to lose. Yeah. Let's see here. I'll try to focus on this fight and then I'll get back to the chat. Oh, I get it. Thank you, Capshaw. And Mushi, I believe you're saying exactly to what people are saying. I mean, that makes sense. Good. I mean, more power to you, man. It's just, it's interesting. It's very different, obviously, than the YouTube side, which is what I'm used to. Come on, dude. Stop being dumb. Was definitely expecting a bit more out of that. Not totally sure why it didn't get more. I need to get better at that. This is a lost cause. I was surprised at how little the SB2 from Masakura did into the block, though. I wouldn't think that having Incinerate up would have made that big a difference. We were inflamed. Or whatever he calls it. Maybe it's just the cowardice, huh? I don't think we were landing that without the sleep anyway. The space is just not good. Many people open the stream, confirm drop, start progressing, and then walk away from the computer. They don't care. It's just so, the reason why it's so strange to me is that it just feels like Twitch would really not want that. But maybe it's just the way the world is and the way the world is like streaming. Thank you for the master dad and kick my butt. Up next would be Ill. We'll see if they have the friend request in. If not, we can just go straight to Crazy Canuck if you're there, bud. So send that over. Um, it just I would think, but this is again where like I'm just not familiar with these worlds, dude. Of like true live streaming. I just kind of know YouTube a little bit. Um, and yeah, it's just amazing to me. But it might be one of those things where it's like no one actually cares, and so advertisers are like, if no one's actually watching, we don't care because the numbers show that there's this many people. I don't know. Anyways, more power to you. Way to figure out the system, man. Um, Also snagged Punisher, dude. Congratulations. I have no true real disappointment from Boss Condi. I remember your name from that. I have no like true general disappointment from Banquet, but like as far as like, man, it would have been cool if would have been to get him. It's just cool. It's Frank Castle's Punisher, right? Like he does look like he's going to be good. On the defensive side, I think he's going to be good. There are answers to him, but there's answers to everybody. It's just kind of how it does. Twitch probably doesn't prefer it, but they don't crack down on it. I know some streamers refuse to do AFK drop theme because they don't like it. Yeah, you'll never see me do it, but like I think if that's just what you're doing, if that's like what you're known for, like yeah, cool. I won't do it because I want people to know that if they're showing up to my streams, like I'm going to be here, I'm going to be answering questions, I'm going to be talking and that kind of stuff. But that's what I want my channel and things to be about. So if that's just the way it works, like cool. Like I said, like I think it was Moosty. Congratulations, way to figure out a great system. All right. Crazy Canuck, did you say anyone that you like just don't want banned? Trying to go up. If you really don't want anyone banned, try to put it again in the chat. Dude, Canuck. Some nice rank ups, man. All right, I'm gonna try to focus in a bit more. I really don't think Red Guardian's gonna be good for this. Who should be though? I feel like this meta was so long ago, I've forgotten everything. And like new defenders have come in and stuff, so there's a lot more to figure out again. Hey, happy to see you on Twitch. I got 7-star 2025 selector. Congratulations. With Nick Fury fan and the others, I don't know who to select. My main champions are Hulkling, Bastion, Ironheart, Woolman, Absorbing Man, Gentle, Titania, Yelena. I just got Paragon, so you need to push for Valiant. Do you have a way of awakening Nick or future Ant-Man? That would be helpful. I think those are the two to gravitate towards, though. So I think you have great instincts on that. Captcha, yeah. For me, it's just about like I don't want folks expecting that when they tune into my stream. That it's just as simple as that. Like I said, like, hey, look, you know, there appears to be an audience for it, and so more power to the people that figured out that there's an audience for it. That seems to be the world now, you know. So yeah, both tech and skill. So here's the thing is if you're looking for someone to continue to help you progress through the game where you're at, I think it actually might be Nick Fury. But if you're looking for someone who like when you get to the end game and all of that, I think it's actually future Ant-Man. They're both great. And so that's why that one's a little tough. The thing with future Ant-Man, for a lot of your experience as you go through the game, apologies here for a second. As you progress through the game, future Ant-Man Sig will probably become more important, particularly if you want to like run battlegrounds, use them as like a dual threat and stuff. But that possibly is so far away, and Nick is so good, even just at Sig 1, and so versatile. He's got so many different synergies that can help you through there. You know, like a lot of Seaton's videos, he's running the synergy of future Ant-Man or of Nick Fury and I think it's Quake. And so that there's a reason for that. And so like if I really deep dive analyze it, like I think Fury may be better for you shorter term, future Ant-Man longer term. It is a tough choice, like people are saying. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. So this is where I think, this is a slightly tougher matchup for Mr. Knight in general because of the combo alternations. Additionally, I think the invade meta is going to just really ruin this. I'm going to just see it, though, instead of trying to go for intercepts and stuff. So we'll see. Yeah, okay, so that's not good. Okay, it's go time. Dude, okay. And we actually had... he could do this matchup really well. Grass has shown it. Letting them hit into your block, though, it's just he's just not going to be great for this meta. And there's probably ways around it, like parry a couple times, get the tranquilize up, but then you're going to have to intercept. And then you got to play around the auto block there. Grass has shown it. It's a great video. I was watching it a little bit last night too. Kabam should give us more places to use synergies. Could not agree more. That feels like one of the, I don't want to say final pieces, but that feels like a big one to me. Like if they did that, oh man. I got a Broncos Rams Super Bowl. I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that makes a ton of sense. I think that's I'm obviously biased. I do think the Eagles are going to be there. I think the Eagles are going to win it. I do think they're the best team, but it's nowhere near as dominant as it was last year. And I will admit the evidence on the field this season did not really back that up. I just have my own theories on it. The Rams have played phenomenal, and they're getting Devontae Adams back. And the Broncos, I mean, record-wise, definitely appear to be the best team in the AFC. So, yeah. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Stafford's just one of those QBs. Hard to hate. Yeah. I don't know how you could. I mean, based on what we know, Stafford I think is pretty easy to cheer for. Obviously a great quarterback. I loved watching him back in like the Calvin Johnson days. But it's crazy to see what he's doing with the Rams. As well, of course, dude. You're gonna see me dual streaming. Like, unless something serious changes, this is just what I'll be doing now. Is dual streaming. Man, Dave. Poor MCoC, dude. He's not what he was. All these like cowardices and safeguard mechanics and all that. It's almost like Kabam knows what they're doing, man. It's like they know which attackers and mechanics they want to box out that they find problematic, you know? And got hit by that. Didn't mean to hit her. Again. Hold your block. Dude, there you go. So he can obviously do this matchup. You just can't expect the, well, one, you can't push yourself red, and then you can't expect the special 2 to do the massive damage you used to. Is that Cat Turn Meow? Very clever name. It took me a minute to read it through. Thank you. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for being here. I think Elder is worth, but you can also get more of the rewards from exploring Classic as well. Dude, I think it's time for me to rank 4 Yelena. She appears to have enough dual threat nature for various matchups. Like if someone just gets a crazy counter to her, you just throw her on offense, and she's good enough. She's fun too. Like she's a fun. I remember testing her and really liking her. Let's see. What have I done to myself here? He's just gonna die to Yondu, right? Yondu's the cheat code this meta, I believe. You love Mr. Knight. Took him to ring 4. Dude, he's a blast. I was having a great time just kind of playing around with him last night. I think he's part of like what Kabam's. I gotta, if I had, I know I'm not gonna beat Yondu, but might as well try. Come on, dude. Come on. What the hell is this? Oh my god. Alright. Fun, fun, fun. Good. Fun for the whole family. You would swear I put like some sort of intimidate on him, but an intimidate that worked. Nice matchup, Crazy Canuck. That was fun. Is there a queue for friendlies? Yeah, you want to be on this out, Halfling? Again, if I haven't said your name or anything, it just means I missed it, guys. Do not feel bad writing it again. Hilgen Dwarf, if you're still around, dude, send over an invite. Let's do it. In-game is deader? Okay. Sorry, I just got a message. I need to pay attention to it. If you could avoid banning Imperiosa and Patriot, I'd appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, and if you have champions you want to practice or something, do what Hilgen Dwarf did, and as we're going into our matchup, remind me who you don't want banned. Love Super Passive Day. It's great. It's great. It's really fun. It's really, really fun. I love it. I love it. Oh, we can sign up for friendlies. I'd love to join this. All right, we got you, man. Send me a friendly an invite in game, please. A friend one. And make sure I know what your in-game name is. Who did avoid banning Imperius and Patriot? Okay, Patriot's a good shout. Patriot's a very good shout. Cool, my name is DHC Volt. DHC Volt. All right, after this match, if I remember to, I'll go and I'll look at the friend requests. Dude, Yondu's awesome, Crazy Canuck. I like Yondu in general, but yeah, this is a meta he's just gonna pop off. Can I sign for stink? Dude, after seeing what Betsy did, I'm gonna throw Betsy down, and I want to see if B can figure out an answer for her. I mean, I imagine like the standard answer should still be fine. Just a lot more hitting into the block. I took out a onslaught last night with Jack, and I was happy with the performance for sure. I want to see this too. I'm curious to see this for... No, Betsy and her stupid... Does Future Ant-Man's burst get through Betsy's safeguard? I would imagine it does not. Should have tested it. That was dumb on my part. Oh, sorry, Canuck. I apologize. Reeks 3 and 4-2 for Yondu. I think in general he's good. I really do. I don't think he's going to be, you know, you've seen our BG's tier list, I assume. I don't think he's going to be a monster in there per se. But it's cool when they have metas. I know this isn't like the most fun meta for most players, or for a lot of players. Although I guess players voted it, so maybe a lot of people love it. I think it's your high-end players who don't really love it. But I do like when your champions who don't often like shine in battlegrounds get a chance to shine like this. Hilgendorf, I love you. You know I love you, but man, do I love you right now. All right, let's try not to mess this up. No! Shoot! I did that to myself. Damn. Thank you, B. I really appreciate you placing her. Her being Photon. It's probably about minute 38. Mr. Knight. Photon. Yeah, thanks, B. He's really fun, Mr. Wingspan. Like, again, that wasn't the best performance for him. I don't think this meta's great for him because of the invade. Like, he should have come out with quite a bit more health. But yeah, dude, he's a lot of fun. No other way to put it than that. I know that Spider Slayer is not good for this, so we'll go here. But I do want to try this with Nimis. This is gonna be an interesting. Let's see how bad this invade is for Nimrod. Ooh, that's not good. Man. I'm gonna wait for it to turn over, and that'll let us get into Eradicate when we throw the special. Just not quite enough. Shoot. Although it's not like it's that hard to finish this off. That's not terrible. That's not terrible at all. Yeah. B, if you're able to, did you play that like normal style where you're hitting into the block? I'm curious on that. Or you may have just been a simple mistake. Yeah, GG's, dude. Thank you very much. I know you set me up there with a pretty positive matchup with Mr. Knight versus you played it more normal. That's where I still am with this. Like I'm probably just gonna have fun with it, especially with this being the victory track meta. I'm not gonna dive in too much to like the hyper focused deck for it. And I'm probably just gonna play around and test different, like even when it goes live. Just see like what works, what doesn't, have fun, just the different interactions that Kabam has presented to us, sort of thing. Looks like Kindred is tough this season. Who are people using against him? I'm curious too, who people are using against Kindred. I mean, this feels like it's designed for, Kindred is like you've killed them too fast, essentially. All right, let me go ahead and take a look at the friend requests. Deader was Stout Halfling. Cat Meow, that was DHC Volt. And I think that's all the ones from today's stream so far. If you want to get on the list, let me know. We're moving through it pretty quick. So Boss Condu, if you're around, dude, send the invite, please. Yeah. Thanks, Cat Turniao. Cat Turniao. I think I got that right that time. I struggle against Kindred a lot. He's a tough defender. Boss Condu. Yeah. Go ahead and send it, bud, when you're ready. And again, remind me if there's certain champions you want to practice or something to not ban them. I'm on the hunt for 260 taking rank 4. He's been really good for me. Kindred has. Oh, you were the Angela PFP? Thank you. All right, Baskandu. I'll look up to see if there's anyone you didn't want. Outrageous. Yeah. Oh, that was you this morning? Yeah, I think it's time to take up Yelena. She seems to be standing the test of time so far. I realize how new she is. But I think she might replace Bullseye in my general default deck. I might run Bullseye, as we go through. I'm checking to see if okay. So like I said, if I don't here, I want you to be able to see how that how those champs work out for you. So we will just ban there. I bet a rank 3 Yondu still does pretty well. All right. Let's go with Luma. It's technically Cacturn. Oh, Caturnal. I'm putting MCoC after a name, old game name from March. Very cool. Hey, I have fun. That's awesome. Catturno. I don't know, man. You see me butcher words. I grew up speaking English and I mess it up every single day. So that is not a reflection on how well you've written or explained the name. It is more a perfect example of how much I butcher this language. Yeah, I was waiting for the super event refresh to take her up. I think it's time for me to do it. This is like one of those, if all things being equal, I would take her up right now in preparation for BGs. But I am fully accepting that I think what y'all want to see, what y'all have fun seeing, what I have fun doing as far as YouTube streams and all that. And I'm going to be continuing to get more uncomfortable with my Battlegrounds finish suffering. And that's fine. I'm spending on the game, so I'm getting more than enough rewards there. So I'm getting more than enough materials to rank up champions, to do videos, to show you guys different interactions and things. Get out the various videos everyone wants to see. And so it is weird because my channel's never been about like being the best player. Like that's I'm very okay with it. You guys know that for a long time. But it has been about like trying to be entertaining and getting out information. And so That's the only reason why I might not take up Yelena sooner rather than later. Like, I was talking with, I don't want to say their name, but because I don't know if they want to, have this information. No, but we were talking and they were like, hey, are you going to rank up so-and-so? I don't even remember what champion they said. And I was like, look, the YouTuber probably will not. But if I was purely interested in like doing well in the game, yes, I would rank them up. I think we were talking about the difference between like Ascension and rank 5 champions that we just got from Banquet. And so that's what, that's like a very real thing and something I'm just gonna be more and more cognizant of as I move forward. How did I feel about the solo Coliseum format? I love it. I truly love it. Here, after this match, I want to talk about that a little bit because I want to make sure I talk about that well. Because I want your guys' thoughts on it too. I could bounce early enough in all of it. I do think that they are open to feedback, right? I think they're in that stage and that sort of thing. But I personally was like, there's a couple of things I've suggested, but I personally think it is quite good. Okay. So wild intercepts, bad idea. Dude, Kindred is going to be a menace. What? Why would you do that? Why? Why are you throwing these specials? Dude, I've tried to bet. Whatever. See, this is the problem I always end up with Kindred, is right here. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much like what we expected. What's up, K-Rock? I'm doing great. How about you? Ooh, that's nice. That was a rank 3 Yondu, too. And that's a SIG 180, I think, Nick Fury. That is really nice. That was, man. I wish I had Yondu. That's all I'll say about that. I think I got. Although not a lot of good options for my my defenders. I think I'm going to bet on Serpent being a huge, massive jerk. I usually win when I bet on him to do that. Wow, don't do that. Oh my goodness gracious. Holy cow, Dust was a menace. I definitely underestimated Dust. Holy smokes. Who are the answers to Dust this meta? Still Jack and Intercept, I guess. Very cool. I deserve to lose. Nice matchup, Boss Kondu. The Maker could take Dust with the evade. Yeah. A vacuum cleaner. Maybe. I don't know. After seeing that, Does the vacuum cleaner need to parry? Because if so, could be a problem. The A light intercepts have been impeccable lately. I like when the stream is over, I will destroy something that's fragile, breakable, and beautiful, and just be mumbling and shouting things about walk up lights. Yeah, that's pretty much how this was. Okay, I said I wanted to talk about something. What was it? Oh, Solo Coliseum. Okay, so I want to go to it, and then we'll go back and do some Battlegrounds friendlies, test stuff out. Is you guys know that one of the things I loved about Coliseum and the concept of it was the idea of champions who don't shine in Battlegrounds getting a place to shine, right? I told you I've made this feedback to Kabam for like years, where, and it's not always Kabam, like I'm not trying to place them in a bad light, but people will be like, oh, Battlegrounds brain rot, the community doesn't like this champion because they're not good in Battlegrounds. And I'm like, one, you're just doing literally what you're accusing them of doing. You're like, you're basically straw manning what they're saying to make yourself feel better about what you want to say because you like this champion. Like, okay, I can't engage with that. But what I can engage with and what I will do on the like feedback for Kabam side is like, yeah, dude, like some of your most invested players who are playing daily, like they want to play the game, are playing Battlegrounds. And so when a champion comes out and they're not good in Battlegrounds, it to me makes sense that they will be judging the champion based on whether they're good in Battlegrounds or not. It is the only mode of the game where you can go in and play it, and it's novel, and it has replay ability, right? Like questing and stuff, you play it, you get the rewards, and like if you really want to, you can go back and do it. No one's telling you can't, but you know, rewards are a big part of this game and ranking champions up. And so like most people aren't doing that unless it's like they really want to learn a champion or they're a YouTuber looking to make content. So like I used the analogy in a video recently. I was like, it would be like if when you're a kid, your parents bought you a ton of games for the Switch 2, but didn't buy you the Switch 2. Like the game could be amazing, but there's nowhere to play it. And so that's what I've tried to tell Kabam for literally years in the CCP server and in various places, to be like, you need, if you want to make these champions aren't good in Battlegrounds, if you don't want every champion being hyper focused for Battlegrounds, you need to give the players places to use those champions. If you do that, you'll probably notice they're happy about it or they're okay with it. And so Coliseum felt like it hits that itch. And so I'm very excited about this. Yes, some of the champions that are good in Battlegrounds are also going to be good there. It's part of whatever. That's a whole other thing. So I like that too. I love we're talking about only solo. We're not talking about Alliance. I do really like the time format of it. I felt the only time pressure I felt on this, and you can see my best run was only 8 health bars, was I was live streaming it, which I intend to do. I intend to live stream every single boss. And all I personally want to do, this is what we're talking about, the difference between the YouTuber versus the player, is the YouTuber in me just wants to get enough of a feel for a variety of champions to then be able to make a video saying, here guys are the best options. So that way you all can go out as players and try to hit 20 health bars and whatever you're going to do. Right. But in doing that, I use so many different champions that like I hit 80, or I think when we ended the stream, I was at like 70 or 60 or something. And I did it by using a ton of different champions. I went and I made my video and I moved on. And I did provide this feedback to them was I think that any sense of it feeling too grindy is probably due to your roster being limited or due to you wanting the rewards now. And so I like that you can see like you have almost 12 full days still to do Havoc before the next boss even opens up. You have 40 days to get Havoc and all the bosses done. You can claim the rewards, but only up until what bosses are available. So I even felt like, I mean, I don't want to go too deep into this because we don't, I don't know Kabam's mindset when they did it, but like even the reward structure, I was like, they kind of did us a solid here, in my opinion, by not allowing us to go all the way to 80 now, right? Like they're kind of forcing us to be relatively patient on this. And I hope what that's doing is causing players to try to have some fun with the Havoc fight. Like try to like, as I advised a lot of my viewers, is like use this as an opportunity to get better at reparry. find a champion that you really like the fight with, or that you want to get better with that champion, and then just use them over and over. Like, take the opportunity of the 2 weeks to make it fun. And I think it will be fun. And I felt like the reward structure even incentivized going a little bit slower and having fun with it. That's me. I obviously have pretty strong thoughts on it. I really want to hear what you guys think on this, though. The rewards are awesome. Great job. Hey, what's up, Red Hat? Thanks for being here, bud. That's why I enjoy your content. The struggles of being a larger Valiant account and finding the balance between fun and functional of competitive modes. Thanks. I'm doing my best to show you guys how I'm having fun, and then also give advice based on, like, I'm a YouTuber. Here's what I would do if I was not a YouTuber, that sort of thing. So I appreciate that. My alliance, I know we're having a blast. 25 energy practice repairing seems like a big guy. So there is that, Quicksilver. I do think, I remember when I saw that, I was like, ooh, 25 energy is a lot. So here's a problem, okay? And I'm not saying, I'm not have a side on this. I'm just saying, like, here's a problem. Oh, okay. Can we vote on this now? Please remind me on that. You all, the pork grind definitely won. I told you I would kind of sell off my my vote here to whoever had the most comments on my stream synopsis video. Storm was actually close. Storm was closer than I thought she was going to be. I will not be shocked if she wins this, especially if pork grind and Storm end up on, like, opposing sides of a bracket, or if they do this in an elimination style. I think if they just have everyone vote and there's only one round of voting, pork grind will win. However, you guys know, like, elections and voting, like, it's a lot of it's how it's formatted, right? I think if Storm is allowed to end up head to head with pork grind at the end, the people that don't want pork grind, and there is a large community of that, will maybe go over to Storm. And I do think there's a chance for Storm to win this. I do not think it's a foregone conclusion. So going back to the energy side of things, what is all this? Oh, my Battlegrounds rewards came in. That's cool. All right, I'll just take it. All right. Oh, and my Radiance. That's what I wanted. So, like, that's an example of, I'm going to prioritize rank ups and stuff for things I want to show you guys on YouTube. Yelena, that's the only reason why Yelena's not at rank 4 yet. And she might not go to rank 4. We'll see. Okay, here's what I wanted to show you guys. Look at all these resources. Look at all this energy. I do the daily event every single day. Even if I need to, like, just auto, like, quest it while, like, my family's having dinner, I put my phone in a totally different room so it doesn't distract me, and I just leave it on. And then sometimes I actually often do the dishes after dinner. I'll leave it on then, and I get that in. And so just, dude, I have energy coming out my inventory, right? And I don't think I'm the only person like that. And so I'm not saying the 25 energy cost is good. I want your thoughts on it. I am saying that's one where I really need to default to you guys and, like, ask you guys how it's hitting you, because on my personal side, it's like whatever. What's up? Hey, Boris, how you doing, bud? Yeah, everyone in the chat, please let him know who you're voting for. I told you guys voted for pork grind on the video, so I'm going with pork grind. Hey, what's up, Faith? Practice mode is free. You can practice Coliseum? What's up, Chop? So, Boss Conduit, if it was purely up to me, the Daredevil Philly, I would have gone. She, like, appealed to me. I like the Daredevil thing. I like Philly. I would have gone with that, but ain't no way she's winning, unfortunately. My hope is that in the next couple of years we see her, because there's, a community that wants her, that sort of thing. That's what Kabam gets. You got the drops. Thanks. Thanks, Mouche. I appreciate you being here very much. I really do. The 25 energy is a bit expensive or excessive. I hear that and I feel that. Lastly, as a late Valiant player, the early rewards do nothing for me. And while, yes, that is... Wait, what? The Coliseum rewards? Sure, Adam, if you could explain that a little bit more, maybe you do. Yeah, the Coliseum. Maybe I misunderstood them. Um, what is this? So listen, man. The way you phrased it, you were expressing an opinion. You weren't stating that like it's bad for everybody. Okay, so I ain't gonna come at you on this one. There's no way. It's an opinion, man. You're entitled to it. What I will say is these rewards are a lot for me. I'm hyped on them. I'm pumped up, like as a player and a YouTuber. Like more videos, more champions to rank up, more champions to test. But I get it, man. Like if you're already fully moved on to your rank fives and stuff like that, there's people like that, especially coming off a banquet right now. There is going to be a large gap. Like some people said that this, I think, event's going to give them their first rank five. I still will not. I will not have enough resources for a rank five champion. So I get what you're saying. I just think a lot of players are going to not fall in that. But you did qualify it, saying as a late Valiant player. So yeah, I hear that. I'm rooting for Iron Fist or Colossus. Yeah, I know a lot of people are, but I just didn't see that in the comment section. Yeah, I had a lot of energy, but a lot was expiring too. I hear you guys. I really do. Hilden Dwarf, regarding the energy cost, I find it fine. I think it encourages people to take it more slowly. So that's another part of it, but it at some point does it go into like, how I talk about this a lot on my channel where I'm like, I like and think it's good when Kabam like incentivizes us, encourages us, like, hey, this deal looks really good, or this energy situation, like maybe here's how you should do it. When it feels coercive or like you're forced, I think that's where people get frustrated. I know I do. And so if people are feeling forced to go slow because of energy, they're going to be frustrated. I'm not saying they're right. I'm just saying like that's the thing. And as we know, the more Kabam focuses on like what a spreadsheet tells them is right and wrong versus people being happy and enjoying the game and logging in every day and then spending more, those are two different things. And you've heard me for half a decade now talk about more. Let's not focus as much on the spreadsheet. That's part of the equation to making a decision. Let's treat people well. Let's hear them out, and then try to create a very fun experience, right? So I hear you. The first few milestones have nothing useful for me. Yeah. Oh, dude. Okay. Yeah. I got it. I just look at those as like, I use the 6 stones in Spider Slayer, but I hear you. He said the first few. Yeah, I was farther back in the chat, but I appreciate you helping clarify. If like Nebula Nova and the What If character direction could go, that would be cool too. I would like some better distribution across the levels. That could be fun, and that could be something that like I'll look at that, and I might provide that feedback because that would be similar to the feedback I gave for your basically a whole year on milestones in sales. And I was like, hey, look, move some of the stuff lower. Let more people participate. I could see that too, because what it could do is provide a mental, it's like the right word for it. It's not a dopamine hit, but like, oh, cool, I hit this milestone. I got a reward I'm very excited about. And so a little bit of like this feeling of satisfaction, of completion, and that sort of thing. That could be really cool. Mass, one of the things that Kabam has received significant negative feedback on, like angry, like overboard feedback, in my opinion, was when they don't let us as a community see milestones, even like stretch milestones. I think that was, there's been a couple of very clear examples of it, and I've witnessed it, and I've been like, I'm not in on this, guys. Of when they don't show us the milestones, the community, some people in the community get, in my opinion, unreasonably angry about it. And so I could see Kabam being like, we aren't ever doing that again. That's interesting though. And I think what Shirt Adam's idea, or like if I felt like I understood, or what we got to was maybe take some of like the super highest level stuff and put it a bit lower. Could be cool. I think the idea is to incentivize getting to the full thing though for the full season, but having more of a milestone of like completion of the 2 weeks. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. I'll probably suggest some of that to them. The other things I've suggested is more like leaderboards to actual summoners. And I thought this would be cool. I'm curious on your guys' thoughts is have a top 10. You know, you can't have it be too huge because then at some point, you know, I think it's just a lot of human capital to run that. And I'd rather have them doing other things. But like have a top 10 for like everyone who used War Machine. Because one of the things I've really picked up on this game is people like their special champion, right? And so having a chance to use them and show like, no, see, they're really good. And we all know War Machine is not as good as Future Ant-Man, right? And so over time, Future Ant-Man's probably going to dominate the board. But if there was a place for all the War Machine users to like compete for top 10 and maybe they get like a cool profile picture or something at the end of the thing, a cool War Machine profile picture, dude, I'm like, that's hype. Like, and how hard would that be? I would imagine that would not be difficult at all. And I think players would get really behind it. I think it'd be fun to see. And I think you'd see people, you know, I talked about the replayability. You would get people like me, well, maybe not me, but you'd get people who are interested in that to go and spend time on it, even though they've already hit the 80 bars. Like they would still be playing it because they want to get on the leaderboard for their like favorite character and maybe get like a cool profile picture that they could put on their profile and be like, dude, I got top 10 in a Coliseum once. That's pretty cool. That's what I think. I want to hear y'all's thoughts on it. Do we know the class of each voting champs will be? No, we don't yet. I have 3 accounts at Valiant. My smallest account can't do Elder and can't do Coliseum. Don't have the right champs ranked up. Pool's too limited. As my main can crush any content like MSD. Heck yeah. What's up, Maddie? Just took thing to rank 4. What are we doing with your huge thing, Maddie? You gonna have some fun? You gonna play with your thing? What are you doing, man? Let us know. You gonna video it? I think people would want to see that on YouTube. I really do. All right. I was like, I'm either going to get some laughs or I'm going to get people vomiting. We'll find out. We'll find. Might be both. Could be both. Could be a Volcano Los Delos situation. Do we know that War Machine isn't as good as Fant? Maybe someone that's good with them. So Yaga, yes. In the general game, we know that Future Ant-Man has far more usability than War Machine. Now, in this fight, we don't know. You're right. That's a good point. You love the specific champ leaderboard. Yes! You're now my favorite person. How do we get the drops watching challenge? You literally just watch it. You do need to be set up on the Kabam side, though, for Twitch drops. There's like a little, looks like a little inbox thing under notifications on Twitch. You can click that after watching, I think, for like 15 minutes, you should get your first drop. Something. But I've got drops enabled on my side. That sounded wrong. I'll be like, if it's not working, it's your fault. I did everything right. That's not what I mean. I just mean I don't know how it all works on the Kabam side. You can join their Discord, and I think in like their like team answer section, they have a how to ensure you're getting your drops and link the accounts and stuff. You did walk straight into that, Maddie. But again, I think people would love to see it. Okay, so what the hell is this, man? Gaze upon the Deathless Vision box. And we ensure that after playing him for 5 minutes, you too will fall asleep. I mean, there's a box. Let's see what his box is all about. Deathless Vision holds no morals, loyalties, damage, crits, and qualms about twisting those of his opponents against them, but those who become Thronebreaker by completing blah, 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 blah. When they open up the Deathless Vision box. Boxes are located on the bottom of the home screen. Kabam loves boxes, man. When anyone who attended, Summer's Fest, did you just expect random boxes to be everywhere? When I've been to their offices, I'm like, these guys love box, dude. They love box. Everything's a box. How does this Deathless box work? Boxes are located on the bottom of your screen. All right, let's see the Deathless Vision box. What is this? For 500 units, you two could get a box. Oh, man. This is for people who need Because you need to collect all of them to get Deathless Thanos, right? Look, Deathless Vision is on the tier list. He's good enough for us to rank him. He's not good. If you like playing him, he's good enough to rank and have a great time and all that stuff. But don't do this just for Deathless Vision, man. Yeah, I mean, but if you need him, like I get it. You know, this was the steps. Those of us who were playing the game did the steps. So yeah. I got bamboozled into the D Shield. So Deathless Shield's a good champion though. But yeah, Kabam loves their boxes, man. They must know something we don't. I'm gonna start doing that. Like we're gonna have a garage sale on Saturday. I think I'm just gonna advertise a lot of box and just be like, you can come and see my box, man. You might want to buy it. You don't know. And see if like I see an uptick in sales. All right, let's get back to the friendlies. Boss Condo, you went, right? If you're available, dude, send me the friendly. And same to Stout Halfling. Let's go you two. You're the next on the list, and we can get back into the friendlies. Is it that cold in California? No, man. I'm in San Francisco, and I'm literally wearing shorts. This is just my favorite Eagles hat. Well, head gear or whatever you want to call it. I have a visor I like wearing, and I need to get a new hat. Actually, I need to get a new Eagles hat. Garage sales, mystery box. Ooh, dude, Boris. My kids are selling a lot of their stuff. They've both like recently kind of aged up in a way. I think with toys and stuff. And I might tell them they should do that. Although we might piss off our neighbors. We might get like adults like calling us, be like, so little Susie is freaking in tears. She had thought she was getting a Labubu, but apparently she just got a small transformer with the hands chewed off. She spent all of her allowance. I want to do it now. Not that I'm a fan of making children cry, but be like, well, you shouldn't have tried to get the Labubu, kid. Did it say Labubu box on it? No. It said chance to get box. Bro, I bet Vega's garage sale would be dope as hell. The Randall Cunningham autograph sports will sure be mine. You think I'd sell that, Stink, man? Not even to you, Stink. Not even you. Not even someone who makes me laugh on pretty much a daily basis would get my Randall Cunningham autographed. I have a Randall Cunningham autographed. That's the football right there. Y'all know that. And then okay, I don't want to ban your Frankencastle. Anyone who's got a Frankencastle gets to keep it. Although I think I banned a Frankencastle earlier. So this is just a new rule. This is a new rule. I made it up on the spot. Come on, Vega. It's a beanie. I know, man. I know it's a beanie. I know. It's like 60 degrees here in San Francisco right now. It ain't cold. You and Crowdy Mike with the NFL beanie. Yeah, I know. He's good people, man. Poor little Susie. I know, now we all feel bad for Susie, man. I think it's her fault for shooting for the little boo-boo. No one promised her a little boo-boo. I also think if I tried to sell my kids Labubu, they would end me. They'd be like, guess who's not watching the Eagles game on Sunday? Because I've destroyed the television. 57 in North Carolina? Is that warmer or colder or about average for y'all this time of year? Hey, what's up, OME? How you doing, man? 78 in Florida. What's up, Elijah? Extreme kids you got? Yeah, hey, man, you got to raise them right for the world they're living in. We live in a world of extremes. Nah. They wouldn't destroy the TV. They're good. They're great kids. They're great kids, he says to himself. Didn't he get a rework, a buff, or is getting out? Yeah, so Deathless Vision did get, like, he really got more of a numbers tweak. They moved a couple things around with his Furies. He's fine. If you already liked him, you're going to like him a little bit more, I think. I just don't... He's good enough. He's good enough to be on my tier list. We don't rank the unrankable champions. But, like, I just don't see a real role for him anywhere unless you just desperately want to use him. Where, like, Joaquin Torres, I think he's good. I just don't think we're going to see him in Battlegrounds a lot. But I think he's good. He's got a role, I think, for sure. I ain't focused, man.
Sorry, Deader. I didn't focus. This is Stout Halfling. I didn't focus as much on our matchup. That's my fault. I apologize. 80 degrees here in my. Is he fun though? Not to me at all. Not to me at all. I did not find Deathless Vision enjoyable. I like fun to use jam. So you might like he has a good loop, and triggering his phase can be good if you're pretty quick. If you're pretty quick, no joke, right? Like you got to be pretty quick. I could see someone enjoying it, and like the power burn, it is fun. He's good. That's why I don't like want to crap on him. I think I just didn't like him. That it's more personal choice in my opinion when it comes to him. Okay, need to practice that evade. Okay. So that's what Punisher's supposed to do, right? It's mutant heroes that you want to be using. And I don't think it's susceptible to ability accuracy reduction. So yeah. My poor Massacre, man. Kabam does not want us using him as much as we used to. He's good. Does he have the power control like the others? He has power control. It is not like the other visions. Yeah, I feel safe. Yeah. Do not use him expecting the power control to be as good as the other ones. This is the problem. This is kind of the thing with him is he is meant to be a more offensive focused version, and I just don't think the damage does enough for the difference in the power control. But there you go. OME loves him. So there you go. Well, he says likes him. He doesn't say love him. I don't want to put words in his mouth. Big pun. He's not a player. He just crushes a lot, man. Yeah. Wait, what the hell? That was like so that should have been faster. I thought I had triggered my camera when I obviously hadn't. That would be like one of my pieces of advice in playing him is just get really used to that mechanic. That's
I understand that's not like an amazing score. Mr. Fantastic's like, yeah, he's got some defensive thing with the evade. But yeah, I'm not trying to, I don't want to overstate this. What I am saying is that J. Jonah Jameson has utility that like it just like as you get used to playing him, like I use the falter to get the heavy and he's the passive slow. I like him, guy. I really actually like him. Me neither, OME. I can't believe it either. Yeah, that's the real Reed Richards. Thanks for the matchup, Stout Halfling. I appreciate it, buddy. Il and Cat Turn. Let me know. Just send the invites, guys. I've been considering doing that. I have or Mysterio 6. So you might like Deathless Vision. It's hard to separate out the like how much do I enjoy playing this champion versus like how good do I think they are when people ask about rank up questions. He's good enough where I would say play him and see if you like him. Oh, that was Mike. Mike, I can get you in there. I'll put you on the list. This is ill, I think, right? Send me a message if there's champions you really want to make sure I don't ban. We were talking about that, OME, is if I thought there was defensive value, I felt like the defensive value to JJJ was going to go down just as people just remember to like not hit his block. Like just don't hit his block. I'm curious if there was more to it than that though. Yeah, Mike, I got you on the list. So thank you. I appreciate you doing it, dude. I'm looking to see if there was any like please don't bans. Just none of your rank 4s? Okay. I didn't want to ban that Gladiator Hulk in case there was something cool you knew or wanted to test or a theory and stuff, because that stuff's fun. Yeah, dude, I got super lucky. So what we're doing, Kabam basically forced my hand here. But in all seriousness, it was you all and being like, we want to have fun. Let's have fun. I plan to do openings. They'll be small. We're talking like between 10 and 20 crystals for the champions when their pre-release bundles come out. Obviously, I'm not often going to hit the 7-star, but I'll get the 6-star. We'll rank them up and we'll test the heck out of them. And then I can get out a new champ video. We'll have fun. We'll open crystals. We'll do a testing stream. It's a really good time. So thanks so much for being here. Let's see here. What are we doing? It's basically just invade, the new meta. A lot of power gain with it. I'm excited to get the 7-star kitty. She's going to destroy the Punishers that everyone has about them. That's the way of the Kabam world. Defender, then next month sell a champ that can take them. I got 5 taken. Dude, nice. So that's another good example of me, the player, would have just completely hoarded Titans. Me, the YouTuber, really wanted Mr. Knight. I think he's a lot of fun. Although me, the player, may have still opened until I got Mr. Knight. Ooh, there he is. Although I don't see anyone he's good for. It's a bit of a problem. Let's see what happens. Dude, a hit from Absorbing Man in the block is gonna hurt. Sorry to do this to you. If you figure out a solution, we will all salute you. But I'm gonna place that Absorbing Man. Maybe the Maker with the evade, but then you want Maker for Betsy, I would assume. A Tumis. All right. Let's see how well Jean Grey and her force field hold up. That force field is one of the most OP mechanics in the game. Let's see if it can handle evade.
Or invade. Evade, invade, all kinds of aids. All the vades. That's how OP it is. No! It can handle invade, but it can't handle my poor play. But it handled invade just fine. I didn't want him to throw the special. I was just holding block. I don't know why he did that. He's a meanie. I really want an R4 or Zen, but I can't get a Mystic Gem. Yeah, I would hold off till you get it too. You're smart for doing that. Nice. Congratulations, Sync. That's a hell of a finish, man. I mean, think of it this way. What else in the world are you top 5,000 in, man? Seriously. In the world. You're one of the top 5,000. Dude, Deathless She-Hulk held up way better than I thought she would. That's pretty cool, dude. See, that's what I'm talking about. Deathless She-Hulk is a good... This is why we created the 2 separate general tier lists. It's actually playing out pretty well on YouTube. I think it's just going to take a little while for people to fully understand like what we're doing there. But the people who've watched it, it's getting a lot of positive comments. As I was like, I'm tired of having Deathless She-Hulk up here with like all these battleground champions, but she's great. Let's just separate it out and be helpful to people. And she's like a perfect example of why we did that. So I'm pumped up to see that. That is cool. I do think Mr. Knight could potentially be decent for Sentinel. I don't think this is the meta to try it out. So yeah. Obfuscate. I don't know why I can't say that word, man. Obfuscate. It's like weird. I just literally can't. Obfuscate. Whatever. It's a word. Obfuscate. I don't know. All right. Oh, wow. Sentinel was quicker with his light than I was. It reset the phone time. Because I did not mean to throw that heavy at all. Let's see if this will finish it. I don't think it will. No! Yeah, I didn't think it would. It was time for the full send, though, man. It was time. I took a combo to face your block test. Dude, that's awesome. We enjoyed the first health bar so much, we wanted a second one. No, dude. Yeah, I wait, this isn't Coliseum? I thought this was Coliseum. I'm just gonna try to get as many health bars in 1-2-minute session as I can. Thank you very much for the match. I had like the perfect defenders. Like, yeah. Thank you for the match. I appreciate that. Hope you got to test something there. Mike, if you're available, buddy. And I think that was Il. And I think we played Cat, right? Yeah, so if Mike is available or if someone already on my friends list wants to go, I think we will go for, we're still going to go for a little bit longer. There's Mike right there. Oh, wait, what happened? Have I already matched? I don't know. Ooh, try gold for Kindred. That could be cool. Yeah, but that's what these friendlies are for. I mean that's what if you want to do, you can do whatever you want. But it's just, let's just try stuff, have fun. So I like that idea. It's worth trying. Okay, thanks, Shirt Adam. We'll get Mike in next. I think this is, I didn't write this one down. I think this is ill. I'm not sure. Oh, that's interesting with the electro. I'm gonna leave it there just to see how much it messes me up. I don't want to. Sorry, I actually meant to click off of the Silver Samurai, but it was too late. Do I think Shocker's worth the Awakening Gem? Shocker's an interesting one for me in the game right now. I do think Shocker is still a phenomenal champion. I really do. And I understand that he can be problematic on defense, especially at like, maybe you're like Quantum and level lower. And I understand he can be a problem higher and stuff, but like a lot of them have figured out a way to punish his attacks. He has a bit of a lunge to him. He was good in Coliseum. He's currently in the competitive world, in my opinion, on like a slight downslope. He's still good. He's never been like the best PvE character. Again, like it's not bad to not be the best. So I would just, I don't know. I'm curious what you all think in the chat. I wanted to take him to rank 4, and I almost did doing Coliseum. And I even said it in the video, and I forgot to edit it out. I'm realizing that I said it, and then I forgot to edit it out. I have not taken him to rank 4. I really love playing Shocker too. That's the thing. And if you're gonna rank him up, him awakened and getting his SIG going is so helpful to what you often want him to do. I hope that was helpful. Yeah, Stark Spider-Man, I mean, he's basically just available in like sales or the CCP challenge. That's it, right? He was in like that final milestone, the final realm milestone for Banquet, but outside of that, like I think I got him in a sale. And he was like the one non-rank up material champion that I chose. Like I like in the sales, I tend to go rank up materials, and he was like the one that I was like, oh dude, I can get Stark Spider-Man. Thank you very much for the kind words, Lord Dop. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh shoot, I gotta focus. Shoot, I was gonna place Darby Man on defense, but no such luck. I do still think Serpent's the better champion. Amon. No! What? I said I was gonna reset my phone, didn't I? It's my own fault. Sweet. Love the light. That's cool. That was going so well. That was going so well. The game seems to drop block inputs so often. I should reset my phone, but that's literally what. Like, that wasn't... Whatever. Whatever. I'm the one who chose to play this game. Team Mucky, what's up, dude? Just found your Twitch. Yeah, I just started up on Twitch. It's really interesting and I'm realizing not everyone has like the same tag for or profile for YouTube and Twitch, but it's been really cool to see so many new and different names on the Twitch side as well. I was wondering how this is going to go. Is this just like a full new, different audience that's watching live streams, which would be awesome. I have no idea how this matchup goes. Like, none. I may need to go soon. Yes, I am on Twitch right now. Oh, Emmy. Not that familiar with her animations. I'm working on always looking for something to listen to. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you choosing to hang out here. Yeah, just getting this built up, and I think I just need to stream one more day or something. Twitch seems to like count their days. They must be in a different time zone than I am. Like, it's easier for me with Kabam and actually Google, depending on which Google office they're talking about. I'm in the exact same time zone. And Twitch seems to be in a different one. Like, I was like, no, I've streamed like 3 days in a row. And they're like, no, you haven't. And I was like, no, it's literally 3 different dates. We didn't have a discussion on it, but they seem to count their, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. So here's another thing that I don't know how to do is, and I said this yesterday, if I have not moderated you or given the mod like thing, it's because I don't know how. Like on YouTube, it's really, really okay. I'm definitely in the same time zone as Twitch then, so I have no idea what's going on there. But like on YouTube, it's like really, oh, maybe I just didn't have the capability as of yesterday. Yeah. Okay. I think oops, what am I doing? No, I didn't mean to do that. No! Damn it. I wanted to take that fight with Mr. Knight. The problem of trying to figure out how to Twitch and do a BG's match at the same time. Got me again. All right. I do need to restart the game after this. I think I can stick around for a little bit longer. Something came through that I might need to take care of. Twitch is in San Francisco? And the idiot sends himself to a special 3. The idiot being me. Dude, what? Why would she do that? Like, why? Like, literally, I know there's a line in her kit, but I didn't have the fumble on me, did I? Whatever. Game's dumb anyway. No one likes it. I gotta reset it real quick. Hey, Luke, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here. I'm surprised at how Masakari is performing. Now, obviously, right there, he was doing great, and that could have and should have been a really good score. I should not have sent myself to the special 3. But in general, I am surprised at how he's doing. I had a good fight against Sentinel last night, but even there, I still needed to evade like 2 or 3 specials. I was really surprised. Getting Incinerate up, yeah. It's scary though. I was scared to do that against. Hey, what's up, Work? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Oh, Mr. Knight. I think that's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be a great defender. I think it's just people not being used to his moveset. Twitch is in my Twitch is right behind you. Here, I'm gonna reset the game really quick. I'm not going anywhere. It's more like they haven't updated on your end. When I used to stream, it took a few days to give me channel-wide analytics for each stream. Okay, so it's probably just all that sort of stuff happening. Is this? Oh, there's CGR rumors. Where? Let me know where you're seeing it if you don't mind. And I think what's happened. I have not seen anything about CGR, but I think what's happened is with us getting Kingpin and Absorbing Man, Hulkling, Scorpion, and then Kitty Pryde. I think it's reasonable for a lot of us just to be like, they're all coming now. It's just a matter of how soon does Kabam basically want to sell them. I mean, Kitty even being in the double track was a surprise to me. I don't think she's going to be a top tier champion. I've said that in a variety of videos and spaces. I think she's going to be a great second tier, but I think that's what it's going to be. Was that you, Mike? If not, I'm open to more. There's more people. If you're on my friends list, you can just send an invite, or we could get you on there. Eel, don't. Eel, what'd you say, buddy? All right, yeah, let's go again, Mike. Oops, I didn't mean that. Mr. Knight can put you to sleep. Yeah, I think I as much as I love the champion, I am still very much learning his kit. That's why, and also like one of the things I loved about him is you don't need to light punish everything. In fact, there's going to be champions where you can't. And so I'm trying, I still need to learn all that spacing and stuff like that. It did look to me like reviewing him again. Yeah, essentially what happened to Ila. And yeah, I got SP1 intercepted and sleep blocked by Mr. Knight. Yeah, I think there is a slight defensive threat. Brennan just pointed out, and it sounds like that's what happened. Okay, so Luke, in my opinion, what we now realize Serpent is, everyone is available, and Deathless Thanos too. And it's less about like, no, I'm not even going to explain that stuff anymore. I don't care. The beauty is I don't need to explain any of that stuff anymore. They're freaking busted, broken champions. Like if yeah. I think honestly would be a more reasonable reason. I agree. Herc's pretty crazy though. Herc's pretty crazy, and in the hands of like great players, I'd see. I don't know how he would line up against our current modern day tough defenders. I really don't. I'd love to see it. I would love to see it, and this is part of what I think Kabam's doing with Ascension. I really mean it. I'm not going to get angry if it's not what they're doing, especially if they come up with something better or more fun. But I think this is what they're doing. I think they should. Like, just like Ascension cap various champions. Not from Ascension in completion, but just cap them from ascending to the levels that you're not comfortable with them with. But let us have our fun, man. Let us have our busted champs. They're fun for a reason. Marvel Contest 851. Thank you so much for being here. What's the best way to get a tier 6 class catalyst? Ooh, dude, this came up just yesterday. Was it? It's one of the stores. They're actually for sale for a pretty reasonable price. Was it Battlegrounds? Check out Battlegrounds store, or the AQ. I can't think what the AQ currency is called right now. Ooh, it's my turn. It's my turn. It is my turn. How's Deathless Thanos this meta? I would imagine with his counterpunch, he's taken some heat. I'm stuck on Act 6 with tier 1 7-star champions trying to be able to rank to, yeah. That is real. Here, let's see this. Oh, was it Radiance? Maybe it was a Radiance store. See what Hilgendorf is saying there. Mike, I'm apologizing for, I'm going to take a second on this one. I had to take care of something on the old Twitch side. Getting pretty savvy over there. Pretty savvy for an old man. No idea when the Radiant store will be updated. It had a slight update recently, didn't it, Logan? Like 2 or 3 months, I believe. Shoot, I think it's pretty obvious that's my fault. I was trying to get the SP1 in time before the thingamajiggy. Dude, take this as Mr. Knight being very good for these defenders and keeping in mind like the scores we're getting with Invade and with the mistakes I've made in each fight with him and still coming out with like these times and like, yeah, I mean, keep that in mind with these scores from Mr. Knight. Now his design makes him shut down Photon and Spider-Woman. So, but like, that's it. Like, give the 4,000 health from Invade loss there. It's like maybe 10 more seconds, no joke. At least 5 for a better fight duration if I throw the first SB1 at the right time. That's like a 51k score. Oh yeah, I'm full-time Twitch now, man. I'm full-time. Yeah. I'm actually an unpaid intern. But, you know, it's the same thing, basically. Wait, Old Man Easy, can you answer me on the YouTube side, please? Did you change your name on the Twitch side? If you could let me know, I would appreciate it. Yeah, this is how it's going to be, dude. It's going to be real quick scores. Although there's some defenders out there that are causing real, genuine problems for people. People being me. And a lot of evades, hoping the AI works out for you. Yes, you did? Okay, cool. I was like, uh-oh. I modded the wrong person who said they were you, but they're not. Cool, cool, cool. Come on, Mean Gene. The Delirium. Again, this is the game we choose to play. The Delirium was hidden by the number of my combo. So I did not see that I was in reverse controls. I mean, I know these are friendlies, but I still want nice scores. Like, as soon as Hulkling dashed the wrong way, I was like, oh, the Delirium logo is literally hidden behind my combo. Cool. And I was going for the win. Mike, I'm gonna get revenge on you. Vega stereo is weird, but I like it. Stink, if you could let me know on the YouTube side if that is you that just made the joke. I'm pretty positive from the name of the joke that is you, but I would still appreciate the knowledge. Incinerate is not one of Scorpion's 95 million immunities, is it? It's Shock and Rupture, I believe, on default for defense. Because he defaults to poison, I believe, poison damage. Is Okoye worth a generic? I still think so. Yeah, I still think so. Is she in the Is she in the base crystal nowadays? That would be my only or in the Titan. That would be my only like potential holdback or whatever term you want to use. Stay there, Scorpion. Be a good little Scorpion. You were bad. Could Carolina beat her girlfriend Nico in a race? We'll find out. Carolina. Nico's making dinner tonight when they both get home. And gonna have to clean up the kitchen. Hey, what's up, BK? How you doing? I haven't heard from you in a while, man. Great to see you. GG's, that was a fun one, Mike. That was really fun. That was really, really fun. Did Stink ever... Stink never did clarify that it was him. So as of now, I still think that's an imposter Stink. Trying to be more consistent. Yeah, I mean, for people who are streaming on both, and I imagine almost all MCoC content creators will be streaming on both moving forward. If Gabam's going to stay with this, it's like, dude. Because the one hesitation for me, well, there's two. One is I'm like, I don't know how easy this is. And in case y'all haven't noticed, I'm not the best with technology. And then two was like audience splitting, right? It was similar to like the general tier list, why I was a little hesitant to do two of them. But just, again, like just so much time and debating and trying to get information out and seeing the comments and people being a little confused from time to time. It was like, okay, it might not play as well on YouTube, but screw it. The idea on these videos is to be helpful for sure. So we just split up the two. And I was like, it's going to split the audience. I don't know if that's playing out, but we'll see. And so that was my hesitation with going to Twitch. But what I'm finding is, one, it's actually, some of it's just a new audience. And two is some people like yourself are gracious enough to pull us up on both streams, which is incredibly kind of you and very, very much appreciated. Yaga, do you want to do one? Yeah, send me the thing, buddy. And that, I think that might be the last one for today. So send me the friendly, thank you, work. Many men would try to be Stink. We all have hopes and dreams. We all have goals and aspirations. What's up, Snoops? Yeah, man, been hard to catch you live. Only been a few minutes before I have to go pick up the kids from school. Good man, man. Good man. Being involved in my kids' childhood has been one of the greatest decisions my wife and I ever made. Like, one of the greatest. Not everyone gets the chance to be as involved in their kids' childhood and lives, and I, like, truly, is one of the decisions. It's stressful as hell. It's harder to get work done. But man, I have no regrets, just none on that at all. Go Birds, you got that right, Weapon X. Appreciate you stopping by, buddy. Thank you very much for that. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I really appreciate Vega, read last. Yes, you're like, I don't know what that word is, but I like it. All right, thanks, Stink. That's Tiago, yes? What's up, Tiago? Thanks so much for being here, bud. And now I gotta find Stink. Very stink-like. Very stink-like. Very, very stink-like. Go away. Not stink, just the notification. Here, let me do this last match. Yaganu may have had to go, so there's a chance we're not going to get that match in. Let's see if that happens. I'll try to refresh this. And then if not, we'll do some Q&A, and then I do unfortunately need to head out. Luhar and Luki, I think I know who that is. That'd be cool. That's a name from the past. I'm going to accept that. And I think you all are used to this enough from MCO streams. If I unfriend you, it means literally nothing besides I just need to make space. Sean sure does love his... He does. I mean, it looks like a good time, you know? It looks like a good time. All right, it looks like Yaganu maybe had to take off, which is totally cool. Let's... You're sneaky stinky? I don't think I can explain why, but that joke hits particularly hard for me. And it has to do with the rhyming of sneaky, and a nickname we had for one of my brothers when we were kids. We still pull it out every once in a while. But he's in his 50s now, so he's not as sneaky as he used to be. All right, let me answer a few questions. Anyone got any questions, ring up stuff, just let me know, and then we'll be calling it a day. What was the question? There was a question about... Jonas, thank you so much for being here, buddy. If you asked a question on the Twitch side and I didn't see it, do not hesitate to ask it again. That's not spam. We had a lot going on and I couldn't see it. I would love to see a Cap rework too, like a good one. Good. Like a full rework. It's weird because I feel like we're getting to a point with Kabam and where they're at with champions and like their rebalance and all that, where it's like, if you hear your champions get a numbers tweak, I'm like, oh, no, not that. Wait longer until they totally suck and then do a full rework. It feels like we're at that point now. Is Okoye worth a generic? I think so. Maybe wait till she's out of the Titan. I see that I can't pull her. I know, but dude, if you've watched my channel, you know I couldn't dupe Carolina Dean. I could not do it. I threw the gem ender and then I pulled her like 8 times. Literally the exact same thing happened with Mr. Knight, except with Mr. Knight, I couldn't pull him at all. Finally did on like some random ass Titan after like multiple Nexuses, the whole banquet scenario, threw a gem in him, knowing that I would still maybe pull him. And I think I pulled him again recently. So it's just the game we play, man. It's the way it's how RNG giveth and it taketh away. But I think she is, especially if you're going to use her in competitive modes. In fact, I have a Masteries video coming out probably Saturday. I should be able to get it done today. And I'm going to talk about how my Mastery setup is actually tailored to utilizing Okoye and the rest of my account. And I'll talk about the other Masteries that people might want to use if they're not playing Okoye, especially in PvP modes where you can face different Masteries. And so we'll kind of talk about all of that. If you're interested, you might be interested in that. So go. I think I said hello to Tiago. Thank you so much for being here. Attempt to use a generic one too for Silver Samurai. Good idea. Now, generically, I would say no. I think Silver Samurai was way overhyped. He had the sale when and not in a bad way. No one did that maliciously because, dude, the guy looks cool as hell, right? He came out the same month as Mr. Knight, and even I was like, the Samurai guy looks a little cooler somehow. I don't know how that happened, but he did. And he did massive damage, and Yelena Belova was such a monster still at that time. She still is, but people have learned to fight her more. There's other answers in Battlegrounds deck that can take her and also other fights. If you love Silver Samurai, he's worthy of it, but make sure you really love him. He's good enough. He's on the tier list. He's good enough. But as default advice, no, I would prioritize other champions. Is Imperios and Kindred worth R4? I think Kindred definitely is for Battlegrounds defense. They are a good champion. I was hoping to learn to use them more on my vacation, but much like I was talking about, like being a dad and being involved in my kids' lives, you guys saw the videos I recorded in my hotel room when it worked, and my wife was like, hey, I'm gonna do this with the kids. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll miss that and record these videos. But aside from that, I really just like chilled with my family. So I didn't learn to play Kindred. Maddie MCoC, who was here earlier, has some really nice Kindred videos, I believe, and so does Grass, actually. Has at least one, I believe there's like a war performance. Kindred's a good champion. They're just not quick on offense, but they're good. Make sure it's for Battlegrounds defense, though. I think I said that, but I want to make sure I did. Hilgendorf saying they took Imperials to rank 4 yesterday, so he says, yes, Hilgendorf's an officer in my alliance. Very good player. Started a YouTube channel recently. So maybe give him a follow. The videos have been really tailored towards like teaching, which I of course love. Weapon X on the Twitch side. Thank you so much, dude. Go Birds. I'm holding a little party on Sunday. Making my carnitas, dude. That's one of my specialties, and my wings. I'm hyped. Those are like two of the things I make actually, I'd say pretty well, man. I'm comfortable saying that. I'm not much of a chef, but there it is. Go Broncos. Hey, good luck to your Orange Crush, man. Good luck to your Orange Crush. Get a week off. They earned it. Dean or Silver Samurai for the generic. If you're Carolina Dean's Awaken, I would go Dean. Got Herc after Act 8. Sorry, Lord. All right, and back on the YouTube side. Should I use my Tech Awakening Gem on Jack or Prowler? Only Prowler if you love him, and will take him to like Sig 180 or 200, in my opinion. Otherwise, Jack. I love him too. Just had the other Cosmo drink him over, but he's wild. And the thing, so here's a thought on Venom is if you're going to invest in Venom, right? Invest your rank up resources. One, make sure you've got the Venom relic, right? We've been talking about this for years. Yeah, that's actually probably years now. Make sure you've got that. And I would do it, if you like Venom, you want to invest in Venom, I would invest in Venom as soon as possible, because you're going to get as long as you can with him. I think Kabam is going to, through a variety of means, continue to give him less places to be crazy. And so, yeah, in fact, I'm like, dude, I should listen to myself and take him to rank 4. I've got the Venom Relic at a high level. I don't know. I'm curious if we ever see the 7-star versions of the battle casts. The Venom Relic is like literally one of the reasons why I think they moved to StatCast. The Venom Relic and the Hulkbuster Relic and their interactions with champions like Venom and Guardian. The quickest way to pull a champion bunch is, yeah, work. You can tell Work's a veteran of the game. Vega, help me out here. Wait, and R4 Kitty Pride or R4 Punisher? Do you think Kitty still has relevance? She's very relevant. You know who did I really loved their video on it was Lags. Watch Lags' video on it because he does a great job of showing and talking about what Kitty was in the game and showing like what she is now for a lot of the meta defenders. He really did. I mean, Lags does great videos anyways, but this one in particular, I think is worth watching. She's still going to be good, but she's going to be a bit more of a tier 2 character. Punisher, if I had pulled Punisher, I would have ranked 4 immediately. Part of that would have been the fun that it's Punisher, right? And that he's good, he's usable. I think his awakened ability is mainly offensive use, if I remember correctly. You're going to want to check that to confirm. There are answers in Battlegrounds decks. People will learn to fight him. So he's going to be like a lot of the defenders where if they've got the counter and they know how to fight him, they're probably going to beat him up. If they don't, he's going to be really good for you. I would rank 4 Punisher, personally, between those two. Getting some cheesesteaks whipped up on Sunday? Nah, I already answered. I'm making the wings and the carnitas. I'm going to make some tacos, crispy tacos. Have a good time with it. Hey, what's up, Kurt? Thanks so much for being here, buddy. We're signing off in just a minute, but I appreciate you being here. Hope you have a great weekend. Um, Thanks, Joe. That's very kind of you. You need tequila on the side. So I do love a good tequila. I actually, since I was I almost said since I was a kid, compared to how I am now, I've always enjoyed tequila. I had no idea why. I just did. Like, I would sip it, even when people were taking shots of like pretty crappy tequila. I just happen to enjoy the alcohol. I actually think it tastes pretty good. I've obviously, like a lot of people, caught on to mezcal like the last 15 or so years. I've been traveling to Oaxaca, where it's like originally from, for quite a long time. So that was probably part of it. So I've had a good time with it. So I do like those drinks. It's a Sunday afternoon. So I think we might be doing more little bit of beer and all that sort of thing. But we'll see. One of my buddies is coming over. I told him to, he asked if he could bring anything. I asked him to bring the drink. So we'll see what he brings. Thanks, Zach. What's up, Dread? Dread, are you streaming right now? Are you on Twitch or something? Let us know, because I'm about to sign off. Make sure y'all follow on Twitch, Dread on Twitch and YouTube. This is the Dread whose War Machine video I was shouting out the other day. And he's probably got a much bigger following than me on Twitch, which is good. He earns it. He worked hard for it. Check out Avion if you haven't. Smoothest I've had. Oh, nice. I will. Thank you very much for the suggestion. That's cool. My wife makes some great drinks with mezcal and tequila. Actually, she just makes good drinks. She gets pretty into it. And so she does more of our like drink making, actually, like if we're hosting or just she and I are gonna have some drinks with dinner or while we're hanging out. You're gonna be live later, brother. All right, of course. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it, Dred. I'll try to catch you out if I'm around. Buckland, let me know. That's for all the YouTube videos. I assume the follow on Twitch. If so, really appreciate it. If there's something else, please let me know, because I don't want to accidentally miss something. I am going to be signing off here in just a minute. Thank you very much, Old Man Easy and Hilgendorf, for answering the Maker question. You know, I don't have a ton of experience with him. I just don't enjoy playing him that much, but he's awesome. Check out Dread as well for videos on the Maker. Dread does some great stuff with him. All right, y'all, I got to bounce. Go Birds. I hope all of your NFL teams, except for the 49ers, have a really good weekend. The 49ers, not so much. I don't know why. That's just how I'm feeling. Go Birds. Have a great one. Take care, everybody. A couple of videos coming out this weekend from me, and we should be back live streaming on Monday. Small chance you see me on Saturday, but I don't know. We'll see.